day to be here. Just want to welcome everybody. My name is Chris Gallo. I'm a member of our select board. On behalf of my fellow select board members, Michelle Rouse, Jim Anderson, who's right there, Bill Harrington also right here, and Roy Lamoth, as well as our town manager Michael King and assistant town manager Greg Enos. We're honored to be part of this historic event. In December of 1782, French General Rochambeau, the commander of the French army in America, and his troops marched through Wrentham, Massachusetts on their return journey from Yorktown, Virginia to Boston, where they would eventually embark for France. This march was a significant event for our wonderful town, which was just a quiet farming town at the time. Can you imagine hundreds of French troops made a stop and encamped at this very site on our beloved town, which is now, as you know, the location of these King Philip Regional School tennis courts. The passage of Rochambeau's army through Wrentham, although a brief encampment, holds historical significance as it highlights the gratitude, respect, and shared common victory felt by Americans toward their French allies after the decisive victory at Yorktown, which ultimately secured the American independence. For me, this event in December of 1782, as well as this memorial today, shows just how welcoming, significant, and important our town was, is, and will be in the future. It reminds us that the American Revolution was not just fought by Americans. It shows our ability to be good hosts, to form alliances with people of different backgrounds and cultures, to achieve shared goals, none as important as to fight for our independence and freedom. This is a great day for Wrentham, as it literally memorializes our town's place in our nation's successful fight for independence.
Hello, Wrentham. Hello. As Greg mentioned, I am with W3R, and let me tell you what that stands for, because it's a mouthful, all right? It's the Washington-Rochambeau Revolutionary Route Association. And we are the non-profit partner to the National Park Service for this historic trail. We're in fact the group that advocated for this trail to be made an official part of the historic trail system in the United States, and we achieved that in 2009. So since 2009, this town has had a National Park Service asset passing right through the middle of it, and most of you didn't know it until just very, very recently. Your town is one of approximately 200 towns that the trail passes through in 9 states between Rhode Island and Yorktown, Virginia, and then back to Rhode Island and Massachusetts, because this trail commemorates both directions that the armies marched. Both the American and French armies were headed to Yorktown. There was a lot of trepidation as they passed through town. It's a big military maneuver. Some towns saw as many as 10,000 troops pass through in just a few days. The towns would quadruple or even multiply by 10 in some cases in population as they encamped on their way down. And there were plenty of loyalists around, on the trail that were not so sure they were up for the victory of the Americans. But on the way back, there was a lot more jubilation. And so when the French army passed through here on the way back eventually to their homes in France, they were greeted generally by enthusiasm and excitement because they knew what had happened at Yorktown. As we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the nation next year, and of course in some ways that anniversary's already started with Lexington and Concord this past April, this is a special time to be on the trail. Because you're on the trail, we call you a victory town. This is our little victory town logo. And I just gave a pin to your top elected official based on this logo, Victory Town, and there's more. We'd love to engage with you. We are eager to have a relationship with you, to work with you, to celebrate the 250th next year with you as only a victory town can do, because there's not a lot of towns that can say what you can say, that you're part of this story, the victory at Yorktown, and the victory that made the United States of America possible. So I'm up here from New Jersey just to be here. for this unveiling of this magnificent monument. Great job. We love it. And absolutely, we can do bottom-up commemoration here. You don't need to go through the Park Service for everything. We're with you, and we'd love to work with you. So thank you very much for